15 minutes body scan practice. So to start, let's settle into a relaxing and comfortable posture. So you might want to start coming to lying down on your mat or floor, or if you're using this body scan to go to sleep, you can also lie down on your bed. You're also able to do this if you want to just rest on a chair or relaxing chair. As long as you can find a comfortable posture that is relaxing and you can actually stay still. Allowing the experience to be just as it is. Perhaps you might need some props like cushions or blankets in case you get cold. Just allowing the space to be really comfortable so that the body can surrender, knowing that this body is gently being held by the space and the ground beneath. Maybe some last wiggle before we prepare and start to come to just a little bit of stillness as much as you can. But if you feel that you need to move during the practice, that's okay too. So when you're ready, start to bring your awareness to the breath. Noticing the breath coming and going. Gentle, natural breath. And perhaps you can bring an intention of simply being in the present awareness. And then starting to bring that awareness to the breath, moving through the body. Maybe noticing the breath rising and falling around the chest or the belly. Maybe we can feel the temperature of the breath around the nostril. Maybe cool, maybe warm. Or perhaps you can feel the breath moving through the throat. Simply observing and noticing. And then let it go. The practice of body scan is simply being awareness to parts of the body. As I guide you, where you feel that you don't want to pay attention to any parts of the body, you can always just leave it out and bring back your awareness to your breath. So we're going to start with bringing all that awareness and attention to the tip of the toes, to the toenails, and between the toes, the top of the feet, and the bottom of the feet. Just noticing if there's any sensations here. What sensations can we notice? Expanding that awareness to the inner sides of the feet, the outer side of the feet, the whole of the feet moving to the heels and the ankles. Do we notice any sensations? Maybe warmth or cool, maybe itch or numbness, maybe pins and needles, or maybe no sensations at all. Now bring your awareness to the whole of the feet, all the way to the ankles, the skin, the bones, the muscles, the flesh, the blood vessels and the cells, and the whole of the feet. What can we observe? And let it go as we bring that awareness to the calves and the shins. Moving that awareness to the back of the knees and the knees, the kneecaps. Expanding that awareness to the whole of the calf muscles, to the shin bones. Expanding that awareness to the whole of the calves and the shins and the knees, the muscles, the flesh, the skin, the bones, the blood vessels, the cells, and the whole of the calves, the shins, and the knees. What can we observe here? Is there any sensations that we feel? What sensations can we name? And now we let it go as we bring that awareness to the thighs, the hips and the groin. Do we notice any sensations? The outer thighs, the inner thighs, the back of the thighs and the front part of the thighs. Expand that awareness to the thigh bones. Moving that awareness to the hips, the hip bone or the pelvis, the front, the back, the left and the right, the flesh, the muscles. Expanding that awareness to the whole of the thighs and the hips, the skin, the bones, the flesh, the muscles, the blood vessels and the cells, and the whole of the thighs and the hips. What can we observe here? Any particular sensations that we notice? What sensations, if any? And now we're going to let it go as we bring that awareness to the belly. Sensations around the belly, if any, maybe we notice some sensations on the insides of the belly, maybe sounds. And bring that awareness to the navel, the belly button. Taking their awareness to the lower back. Do we notice any sensations here? Maybe the gap between the lower back and the floor or the mattress or the chair that we're lying on. Moving that awareness to the middle of the back. and to the front of the torso, the middle of the belly. Moving that awareness to the rib cage, the right side of the chest and the left side of the chest and the whole of the chest and the insides of the rib cage. Moving that awareness now up to the collarbones, to the top of the shoulders, to the upper back, the shoulder blades, right and the left. Expanding that awareness to the whole of the spine, to the whole of the back. Do we notice any sensations here? Any gaps that we notice? What sensations are we noticing? What can we observe? Now we move that awareness to the whole of the front part of the torso. From the belly to the middle of the belly to the chest. To the insides of the rib cage, the lungs, the heart, all the other organs on the insides of the stomach or the belly. Maybe we can hear sounds of fluid, or the breath around the lungs, or the beating of the heart. Expand that awareness to the whole of the torso, the front and the back and the insides and the outsides, the skin, the muscles, the flesh, fluid, blood vessels, cells. What do we notice? Now letting it go as we just bring that awareness to the shoulders, to the armpits, the upper arms, the elbows, moving to the forearms and the wrists, to the hands, the back of the hands and the palms, to the fingers, in between the fingers, the nails to the tip of the fingers. Bringing that awareness of the whole of the arms to the tips of the fingers. Do we notice any sensations here? What are we noticing or observing? And then let it go as you bring that awareness to the throat, to the back of the neck, and the whole of the throat and the neck, the skin, the bones, the muscles, the flesh, fluid, airways. What are we noticing here? And then we let it go and bring that awareness to the chin and the jaw, the ears, the cheeks, the lips, the nostrils, the eyes, the ball of the eyes and the eyelids, the eyebrows, the center of the eyebrows and the forehead. Expanding that awareness to the inner cavities of the nostrils and the ears, the insides of the mouth, the roof of the mouth, the teeth, the gums, insides of the cheeks, the root of the tongue, and the tip of the tongue. Now bring that awareness to the whole of the face. Towards the top of the head and the back of the head. To the whole of the scalp and the hair. Expanding that awareness to the whole of the head and the insides of the head. The skull, the brain, the fluid, the blood vessels, the flesh, the skin, the muscles, the whole of the face and the head to the crown of the head. Now bring all that awareness to the whole of the right side of the body. Taking that awareness to the whole of the left side of the body. Moving that awareness to the whole of the front part of the body. And to the whole of the back part of the body. Expanding that awareness to the whole of your thoughts, to the whole of the emotions, and to the whole of the body. To the whole of the body. To the whole of the body. And now start to bring back your awareness to the body if you're moving on to other activity. But if you're going to just simply relax and continue to sleeping, just simply carry on and allow every experience to be just as it is. But if you're continuing the day with an activity, simply bring back your awareness to the whole of the body, to the surroundings, maybe stretching by taking a deep breath as well, and moving with awareness throughout the day just as it is.